Footballers are used to dodging defenders, but some have also had to dodge the law. Some have been falsely accused, their names thrown into scandalous rumours, while others, well, let's just say their legal troubles are very, very real. Here are 5 footballers whose legal troubles made headlines in foreign countries. When reports emerged that Cristiano Ronaldo was facing 99 lashes in Iran for an act of adultery, it sounded too bizarre to be true, and well, it was. But that didn't stop the internet from running wild with it. The story claimed that Ronaldo, during Al Nassr's trip to Iran in 2023, met a disabled fan, Fatima Hamami, who had painted portraits of him using her feet. The Portuguese superstar accepted her gifts and, in a warm gesture, hugged and kissed her on the cheek. That, according to Iranian law, was supposedly a crime since the woman was married. Rumors spread that Ronaldo had unknowingly broken the law and was sentenced to 99 lashes if he ever set foot in Iran again. Of course, the reality was very different. The Iranian embassy quickly shut down the speculation, calling it completely false. Not only was there no legal action, but Ronaldo's visit was actually celebrated by Iranian authorities and fans alike. He didn't travel to Iran for Al Nassr's recent fixture against Al, but that had nothing to do with the legal concerns, just a regular squad decision. Still, for a brief moment, people genuinely believe Ronaldo might have to dodge an actual whipping in Iran. Thomas Partey also found himself caught in an online conspiracy, though his case was less about myth and more about wild speculation. Back in 2022, serious allegations were made against him by a woman in Spain, but no formal investigation or legal action was ever taken. That, however, didn't stop whispers from spreading that he was secretly banned from traveling to Spain, and that if he stepped foot there, he'd be arrested immediately. The rumours intensified when he missed Arsenal's Champions League game against Sevilla some time back. Many assumed that he was faking an injury to avoid legal trouble, but then he casually posted an Instagram story from Madrid, proving he was moving around freely with zero issues. In reality, Partey has deep ties to Spain. He spent years at Atletico Madrid, owns a house in the country, and even co-owns a lower league Spanish club. In fact, he played in Arsenal's recent Champions League match against Girona in Spain. That supposed travel ban? Just another internet myth. But while Ronaldo and Partey were victims of misinformation, Hakan Şükür's exile from Turkey is all too real. Once a national hero, he went from scoring goals in World Cups to driving for Uber in the US, all because of his fallout with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Şükür had an illustrious footballing career, winning multiple league titles with Galatasaray and even helping them become the first Turkish club to win a European trophy. But his post-football career took a very different turn when he entered politics. Initially a supporter of Erdogan, Şükür later distanced himself and supported Fethullah Gülen, a controversial figure accused of orchestrating a failed coup in 2016. The Turkish government labelled Gülen's followers as terrorists, and Şükür was among those targeted. Overnight, his assets in Turkey were seized, his family was harassed, and a warrant was issued for his arrest. Şükür fled to the US, where he now lives in exile, working regular jobs to survive. He insists he's done nothing wrong, but as long as Erdogan remains in power, stepping back into Turkey is out of the question. Then there's Robinho, a player who was once considered Brazil's next big thing, but is now best known for one of the darkest cases involving a footballer. In 2017, an Italian court found him guilty of the R word, sentencing him to 9 years in prison. Robinho denied the accusations, claiming that the encounter was consensual, but damning wiretap evidence emerged, including a recording where he was allegedly caught saying he didn't care because the victim was completely drunk. His appeals were rejected, and in 2022, Italy's Supreme Court confirmed his prison sentence. However, there's a problem. Robinho lives in Brazil, and the country doesn't extradite its citizens. The Brazilian government therefore ruled that he would serve his 9 years in his home country, something Italians surely were not too happy about. But if you thought that was bad, Quincy Promes' situation is straight out of a crime thriller. A talented winger who played for Ajax and Sevilla, he was a key figure in the Netherlands national team. But off the pitch, he was leading a double life. one that involved white substance trafficking. In 2024, a Dutch court sentenced Promes to 6 years in prison for smuggling over 1,300 kilograms of the white powder from Brazil to the Netherlands via the port of Antwerp. And if that wasn't enough, he was already facing an 18-month sentence for attacking his own cousin during a family gathering in 2020. The shocking part, he won't be serving either sentence anytime soon. In 2024, he drove away from an accident in the UAE and was thus arrested. He was ordered to remain in the country and has since signed with Dubai club United FC. His charges from the Netherlands are still being appealed, but since the UAE won't honour the extradition treaty with the Dutch, he's currently a free man. Do you know any other player who belongs on this list? Let us know in the comments, and we'll catch you next time. Bye bye.